All right, welcome back. This side of alcohol is about living a sober life out loud and being at peace. Cody's standing by to learn more from the book's author.
Indeed, Peggi Cooney is joining us right now to talk to the book, coming to us all the way from West Sacramento. All the way from West Sacramento.
I think I can walk to your office.
Peggi, I got to tell you, this book is great. You are a fantastic writer, but you start this thing and it's hard to read. How hard was it to put that down on paper, the story of when you realized you had a big problem?
Actually, I think it was almost a relief, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Like, I had been really seriously contemplating, it was really interfering with my life, but I was one of those gray area drinkers where I completely did all the things, taught social work during the day. I worked for UC Davis, and it was, it was getting worse. I was, really kind of checking out after I taught. I would come home and check out with a bottle of Sauvignon Blanc. So I saw it coming. The signs were there. I think most of my friends, even people that are watching today, are going to be like, I didn't even know she had a problem. So my, it was like I was teaching by day and breaking my family's heart at night, basically. So when it happened, when my daughter said, Mom, you need to do something about your drinking, it was almost like this ginormous relief that, Peggy, the gig's up, and now you can be the kind of person that you really need to be.
Yeah, you on page 2. I mean, like, you hit the ground running with this, but on page 2, your daughter sat down and said, Mom, if you don't do something about your drinking, you cannot have the relationship you want with me, Jason, and the kids. That had to have been a heartbreaking second.
Yeah. And again, it was heartbreaking and also just a relief, because I just felt like, I'm not a woo-woo person, but I heard this voice that said, Peggy, you're done, but you're going to be okay. And I just, as much as I hit the ground drinking, I hit the ground getting sober, if that makes sense.
That does make sense. That does make, and you hit that in the book as well. Now, you were saying, like, maybe your friends and stuff didn't realize that this was actually going on. And as you read this book, you kind of see this in everybody's life, especially during the pandemics. A lot of people turn to a little bit too much alcohol during the pandemic and everything. And you start reading this book and you're like, wait a second, when does it turn into a problem?
Yeah, I think when it interferes with your life, right? I mean, we just don't talk about it. We talk about all the other drugs and all the other things that people take, but we don't really understand that. And I didn't start drinking. I didn't have a drinking problem until I was 50. I'm 69. So it was never a problem for me. Thank God it wasn't a problem for me growing up, or even my kids growing up. They were all out of the house and adults. So, there's nobody, I think the point is nobody is, it can happen to anybody, right? And that it happens more, and people just don't talk about it, because you can talk about other things, but you can't talk about having a drinking problem without somebody saying, oh my God, you must have, I didn't know you had a problem. I still get that. I mean, I went to a family for Christmas, and someone said, I didn't know your problem was that bad. Well, that's not a really good conversation starter.
That's true. There is some good humor in here as well. I'm telling you, you are a fantastic writer. I loved every second of reading this book. Where can people get it?
You can get it on if you want a signed copy, you can get it on thissideofalcohol.com, or you can get it on Amazon or Barnes & Noble. And I will be at Avid Books on 1945 Broadway on the 19th at 1:00. So you can even come and talk to me there. And I'm really excited about doing a reading there, and I will be selling my books there as well.
Fantastic. Nice to talk to you. And
really nice
one of these days, I want to have you in the studio to really break this down again, because I'm telling you, this could really help out a lot of folks.
I would love it. Thank you.
I'm glad you put these words down. I really think it's going to help a lot of folks. All right, back to you, Tina.